somebody you benefit from. Whatever God has put in him, you get to actually enjoy it in double portion. He helped you to grow. So we need to reach that point. Real eyes realize real. Come on now. Exactly, brother. And we have to really reach that point. And to tell you the truth, just like my brother William is here, men have stopped looking at the appearance of woman. They are looking at the heart. Because let me tell you one thing. When you look at the person you are going to raise children and spend the rest of your life with, you want somebody compassionate and somebody forgiving. And even if things would never work out, you don't want anybody vengeful. Because at the same time, you know why it is important? Look at our generation. Me, what I don't like about the women of my generation, I thought it was only happening in African homes. But unfortunately, in the Western world, in Europe and America, it's so bad that if a person has a problem, a girl that marries in a man's family has a problem with somebody, she can actually tell the man to stop having contact with the family. And boys, listen, I tell these boys, I say with everything that I've suffered here in Europe, with no brother and sister to help me with the three of you, your father is my witness and God himself. A girl come today, come and tell you to move me out and you listen. Oh, no, Lord, I refuse it. And the Lord will not give me that portion because you have to give love. And if I give love, love will come back to me. So we have to go to, it's, you know, I'm talking about parenting. It goes back to the type of woman who is going to be pregnant and raise women out here, children, which are going to be women for the next generation. And to tell you the truth, at the moment, we cannot even parent. And a lot of men, me, I know one thing, men have got more softer hearts than us women, and we don't realize that. Yes, so men have got more softer hearts than us women. I'm telling you the truth. And when a man loves you, sometimes they love us even in our imperfections. You are not teaching your children to cook. You are not teaching your children to take care of yourself, of their self. Some of you are raising daughters out here. You are not talking to them about sex. You are feeling embarrassed. Don't worry. TikTok and social media will teach them for you. And when TikTok and social media teach them for you, they are not going to learn love making. They are going to learn pornography. Because there's a difference between love making, which is so sweet and enjoyable. And there's a difference between pornography, which is illusion, fantasy, to jacka somebody's brain, to ejaculate somebody, organs. We need to talk the truth. Me, I'm very blunt and honest with my children. I look at the age, but I'm in Europe. Europe does not raise their children like Africa. My child, my firstborn, they already tell them the sex talk at school. Willem, you know, Netherlands here. They tell them about the sex talk. They'll tell them about condom before. If you don't tell them yourself that you want the school to teach them for you, it's parenting. So I'm very open. I talk to them. I have 3 sons. I'm the only woman in this house. So since my children are going to have to live with a woman one day, me, I'm not ashamed. I don't walk around naked, but I'm very comfortable. If one of my sons see me coming out of the shower completely naked, sorry if it's inappropriate to some of you, my sons don't find it strange. And I want them to know that I am a woman, but the woman they are going to be with is even a more different kind of woman. It is one that they can actually love up on, one they can respect, one they can kiss the ground she walk on, one they can give those tender, loving kisses, touch, and conversations. I don't want them to ever look at woman and think woman is just about sex. No. I know by the time he's 16, he's not ever going to look at a woman sexual because he knows that it comes from a woman. And nobody else will tell him that. And if the school can teach him how to put a condom in a banana, I should be the first one to actually be comfortable that he see me. I'm his mother. He came out of me. I share umbilical cord with the 3 of them. It has been cut 3 times, but God is great. That connection where they cut the first one is still inside of me. It's connected to him and is growing outside. Same as the second and the third. So if you do not parent them, who do you expect to parent for you? We are having teenage pregnancies because we are not parenting our children. In fact, We are so reckless and loose. Instead of teaching, this type of talks make people uncomfortable. But the things the children are seeing and hearing are actually more worse. And that's why with God, I'm thankful, because we can talk about anything and everything and it will never be diabolical or inappropriate. Because God is the one who tells us and teaches us everything. And God created lovemaking, and that's why it's supposed to be done at the right time. So if you do not parent your children, somebody else will do it for you. And let me tell you one thing. If no parent has ever taught you about sex, Sister Sharon, coming from experience of African parents that never had that talk with me, you actually have no idea. So we enter into sexual activities at the early age because you only hear about it from friends. And the way friends describe it, brothers and sisters at school, when you are competing, when you are teenagers growing in the neighborhood, every little girl wants to feel like a woman when her breasts start coming out. So they treat sex like a bubble gum. And the way they talk about it, as a child, ignorant with innocence. Little girls as a girl. You know, for me, I thank the Lord because the boys did not, because I was considered ugly. But they liked me as their bodyguard. When they are doing naki to my friends, I was the one standing on the door. I thought it's because I was ugly, but I thank the Lord they preserved me. But the girls who were doing that, they were only doing it because they were so really out of ignorance. They heard a lot and they really wanted to know that feeling. Even me. But I just didn't have market. And I thank the Lord that my market was very dead. Praise the Lord for that dead market, because He saved my total to be pronounced 80 with my dead at that age. Praise the Lord, somebody, for me. So they get into it because what their friends, me, what made, the reason why I would lie, I was a virgin, I think, up to the age of 18, 19. My brothers and sisters, the reason why I used to lie that I'm not a virgin is because of the way people talked up, the way it looked like if you have never done it with fellow girls. But also, the way people talked about it, it looked like it was a jump rope. It was a break a neck. Kaka, finish. They made it sound like a sport activity of a joke and fun. So, lying about it was also easy. When you hear girls, especially in grade 8, 9, 10, 11, I think that is from the age of 13, 14. If you don't think we talk about this, me, I'm talking with school. You see, with our friends, we are talking. Yeah, I did it with Michael. You know, Michael was this and that, and it was so sweet. It was the way they talked about it, and it was like, it was so fun. The more body counts you had on you, the more you had marketing, a woman you be. So actually, the way your friends tell you about it, it's like if you do it, you're a woman. And if your mother and your father never tell you about a woman talk, now so una be getting early pregnancies in your home. Sister Sharon, it was like running water. I'm telling you the truth. And we would sit. So, yeah. How many boys have you did it with? When I hear my friends, they're talking. Me, I'm 15, and you know, I was so nonchalant. I was so dumb that when I sit, I didn't even know how to close my leg. My mother would always tell me, close your legs, because I would sit like a boy like this, you know. And I used to suck my thumb. I would suck my thumb, take God to deliver me from that, and they kill my teeth. My brothers and sisters, you see my friends talking about, yeah, how many body counts you have on you. You hear her tell you, me, I have 5 now. Everybody is talking. Now my head, because you know I be comedian. You look at me, this is the real me, my brothers and sisters. That's the way the Lord made me. In my head, I just come up with big lie. I said, me, 7. So where did you do it? I start to come up with lie. Because if you didn't do it in a group, you are not fun. Because that's what the other girls who did it were saying. Did the blood come out? Did he clean you up afterwards? But actually, when I realize now, they were just breaking their virginity with falsehood, like a cow, because the boys didn't even know how to kiss them. They are all children. They were penning one another. And some of the boys didn't even know where to put it. Instead of going to Judah, they went to Jerusalem. God help us. She come back complaining about Tanya. She can't poop. It's funny now, but let's just talk the truth. Oh. Let the truth set all of us free. And I thank God that my mother was really open. But my mother was open in a way that it was rebuking and teaching you. But the way my mama made, with the way she would talk about, if there is something you have to fear in this life, my mama say, African parents, you traumatize your children. And that's why we want to go and find out about that thing. They said, happiness is hell. When you have any encounter with a boy with happiness, you will die. And the moment that it touches you and it comes close to you, you become lame. And my mama would make a lame when you go, so. I said, Jesus Christ. Adi Kazimbo, may your soul rest in peace. The way she talked about sex, my sisters, all your sex joint in you would die. My mama was good. Reverse psychology. Adi Kazimbo, small woman like this, talk this big, Sister Sharon. So bad, and she said it was so painful. And my mama will not tell you about sex, but she will tell you about all the things that come with sex. Babies, when you have a baby, do you know what happens? My mama will start explaining to you the way my mama explained the process of labor, that I was married here in Europe as a wife. And I told her, that thing you told me when I was a little girl, I don't think I can go through it. I really need to just let them do me C-section. My mama said, don't worry, that talk was for you to stay away from Inas, but you become elascated. I said, Jesus Christ. But it saved me. And a lot of you are not talking with your children about these things. You think the world will teach it for you. You believe the neighborhood and your nation and your environment will teach it for you. But the way the environment that you allow it to teach it for you, they will not teach it the way you will teach your children. Because you should not be ashamed. They're going to pass through that process. And they should know that it's good, but only at the right time. From 14 years, sit down and talk to them. Because we have seen 14 years out here. They have come out with children. And I think the reason why they are lost is because our generation, our children are growing so fast. They want to be adults too quick. They want to drive a car very fast. They want to live by themselves very quickly. They want to enjoy life very quickly. But let's keep our children in our homes as long as we can, as possible as we can. Because just like you and me, look, we came out of our mother's house and we're not in our husband's home. But sometimes even look at the house, it's so big for you, not tired. I just want to relax like that. The benefit. Engineer, evangelist, come and make a cup of coffee for me, my last cup of coffee before it's too late. After I eat dinner, I always take 2 cups of coffee. But man of God, you let the water really get hot. No. So, you have to. And those of you who worry, he makes coffee for me and his father as part of his task and working, and he wash dishes, and this one cook for food already, and this one like to cook. So when I'm cooking in the kitchen, he has his own thing he stands on, and he's always asking me, Mama, what are you doing? I believe he could be a good cook, whoever his wife going to be. Daughter-in-law, God has blessed you. He will cook for you, and his spirit is very loving and gentle. This boy, he feels very, very much in love, and he is the type that still cuddles up with me, you understand? He's the one that I still go under in his bedroom. I still go there in the middle of the night. I go and just sneak in. And to all of us who are still raising them, that are still before 14 years, where they will not chase you from their bedroom, please go to their bedroom and lie down next to them, so that if they ever have an encounter of a grown person trying to touch them inappropriate, they will understand what is appropriate and what is inappropriate, because you make them feel every sense. If they can be around you comfortable and free, and if only things that you allow in your home, if they are taught in their home, they will never go and look for it outside. If a child is taught in the home that your mother and your father are the only people who can see you naked and hug you, they will not allow anybody else to do that. I'm sorry, I have to tell the truth. If children know that only your mother and your father can give you a kiss, a hug, they will not allow other people to do it. They will actually be more alert and aware, because you know why? I came from a home where they didn't give us hugs and kisses. So it would be very strange and weird if somebody just wanted to hug me and kiss me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is not good we didn't get hugs. You should give your children hugs and kisses and affirmations and speak life into them and remind them they are amazing, they are fearfully and wonderfully made, they are worthy, they are loved, and that the God of Abraham, the day that he created them, before he even allowed them to come and meet us, he loved them, so that they don't go and look for it outside. Because you see, the children who don't hear I love you from their mothers, they are easily raped, because when they hear from any zaga, I love you, nanda where they come out. That's what happens with girls. So we need to reach that parenting. And for me, I'm supplementing everything that I missed, not by culture, because you don't need to be white to know how to cuddle up with your children and love up your children. You don't need to be white to hug your children and tell them, I am proud of you. You are worthy to be loved. You are cherished. You are beautiful, and there is nothing wrong with you. Everything about you is perfect the way God created you. You don't need to be white to do that too. I am breaking that cycle in my life. And that's why with my sisters have learned now, when we speak to each other on the phone, you have to end with God bless you and I love you. It's important for me. I tell them, anybody want any blessing from me, I need that love, and I want all of it, because that's the reason why we grow up like crazy people, African people, because we have everything else but no love. I refuse it though. I am breaking that cycle. Shamari, don't worry. By the time I'm coming to collect you for engineer, you will learn. You'll be telling me, anyway, Shamari, you have already learned. We're already the generation that have learned with Sharon. We already say I love you to one another. Even Sharon knows it. I say I love you to Sharon. Sharon knows if we speak to one another. Idris, am I lying? Am I lying? Even you, Karen, when you had me, I told you I love you, and I'm sure some people, it scares them the first time. Oh, some people have never even heard it. No, I give it to my children. When my children go to school, before they leave, they give me a kiss on the lips, and they hug me, and they say, Mama, God bless you. Have a blessed day. I love you. Even me, when they come back, if I'm sleeping, they wait for me. I wake up. When I wake up, they give me a kiss and a hug, and they say again, Mama, I love you. I need it. And their father is the same. You know when Papa Rockefeller come in? You know when Papa Rockefeller is leaving? It's entry fee. It's entry code. If you do not say I love you, look for somebody to open the door for you, because I am the woman of this house. Sister Sharon, go send a dictator. My sisters, if they won't give me love in the right way, I carry them for 9 months, they go give me one way or the other. Praise the Lord. But it's true. We need it. And I enforce love. I enforce laughing and joy in my children and in my home. And even when we argue, even when it's not right, we're teaching our children that people can argue. We don't argue like inappropriate, you understand? But they can see, oh, Mama and Papa disagreed on something. But before they go to sleep, they also see Mama and Papa sit here on this couch together, or Papa is seated there, and they love one another. That is something that they go to sleep knowing and wake up also. It's very important. That's why they say I'm white. I said, if love is white, then I'm a white woman. I be a white woman. If love is white, I be a white woman, because I never thought that love had a color. Because I've been wanting this love. My heart has been yeggering for this love since I was born. But with the side where I was born, it was the love of discipline, like dictators. Yes, that's how the right English I say. Dictators. Like Shama, let me not say that name, because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble because I don't want to, when they invite me to Zimbabwe, when I come and you take me to Mighty, I want Zimbabwe to welcome me. Why? So, my brothers and sisters, sorry, I wanted that love. I wanted it even with my sisters and my brothers. I was strange. But now I understand. You need love. Actually, every day, if somebody tells you they love you, you grow up happy than somebody who has money and ever been to school. I'm telling you the truth. It's not a lie. The truth will set us free. So I enforce that love and I teach my children. Also, if I put love in them and my children carry love and live in love, they will also treat other people with love. And to tell you, I'm not trying to brag, but I thank the God of Abraham, because everywhere where I am when I'm with my children are kind to other people. My children are attentive and loving.